and I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Greetings, programs, and welcome to Pop Culture Therapy. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and yeah, you know what? I fucking hate Rotten Tomatoes, but this time, they couldn't have got it better. 9%. Welcome to Fantasy Island. What a giant shit show. I don't know why this movie was made if they were going to shit all over the original series, but that's exactly what they did. You expect to see little Tato, the plane, boss, the plane. Nope. They've got a woman there. The plane's here. The plane's here. You don't even get any glimpse of Tato until the very end of the movie. They shit all over the entire idea of Fantasy Island. They explain too much about how the island works. They turned the movie into one giant fucking slasher film. It was like, hey, let's borrow from Saw. Let's borrow from Hostel. Let's borrow from Friday the 13th. Let's borrow from this. And it was one giant borrow movie. And you know what? I see this more and more lately. No one's coming up with original ideas. No one's doing anything original. They might slap a tag on it and say, oh, look, something new. This is not something new. All you have done is taken from something that used to be really, really good and shit all over it. You put a shitty package on it and said, look what we did. Well, that's still shit. Shit is still shit. Just because you put a nice fancy wrapper around it doesn't mean that there still isn't shit inside. And that's what they're doing. They're taking these shit ideas, they're taking these shit concepts, and they're wrapping them up in old paper that looks really cool. Oh, Fantasy Island. Who remembers Fantasy Island? Welcome to Fantasy Island. This is my companion, Tato. You know, no. This is not that. And I like the guy that played Ricardo Montalban's character, Rourke. I liked him. I did like him in this movie. But that was all I liked in this movie. There wasn't anything else that was good about this movie. And I don't know if anybody expected it to be. It's Fantasy Island. I mean, come on. You're talking about a series that's, 40 years old? How many people even remember that fucking series? I do, because you know what? Tato, the plane, boss, the plane. And the fact that Ricardo Montalban was on the island. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Ricardo Montalban was the shit back in the day. So, yeah, I've seen Fantasy Island. This is not Fantasy Island. This is a turd wrapped in Fantasy Island packaging. And you know what, guys? A turd is still a turd. You're not going to change that just because you put a nice fancy wrapper around it and tie a bow around it. Whoever came up with this idea to bring back Fantasy Island like this, they should be fired. And you know what? You're not going to see that. Someone's probably going to get a promotion for this giant turd wagon. They'll probably get pushed up the chain of command. And they'll make multiple movies like this. Why? Because that is the age we live in. That is where we're at now. Let's see some of these reviews. By the time this Fantasy Island arrives at its galloping, stupid final twist, you'll be dying to go home. This place doesn't suck, someone observes early on, if only. Exactly. Thank you. The biggest shock of this new movie, reimagination, reboots, reimaginations, yay, is that it makes the original seem fresh and smart. The original was fresh and smart. Thank you very much, asswipe. Contrived and lonely. It feels like someone planted about half a dozen different scripts all over this Fantasy Island. They did. That is exactly what they did. They took a whole bunch of different ideas and then wrapped it in Fantasy Island. Like that would protect it and get it through. The only reason why this movie is called Fantasy Island is because whatever dumbass brought these ideas together did not want to put his neck on the line and call it something else. They didn't want to pass it off as their own idea. That way, when it failed, they could blame everybody else. Just like Charlie's Angels did. It's everybody else's fault. Just like Harley did. If crimes against cinema merited prosecution, Blumhouse's Fantasy Island would go directly to death row. The only scary thing about this wussified, fright-free horror show is that it wants to spawn sequels. Thank you, Peter Travers, Rolling Stone magazine. Thank you. Stop it before it kills again. Thank you so much. I could not have said it better myself. The whole thing is completely nonsensical, even by the standards of what one might reasonably expect from a Fantasy Island movie. And you know what? It's full of this. It is full of this. The final third is a massive disaster that's bewildering in its narrative ineptitude. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ineptitude. Ineptitude. Hollywood is in a stage of ineptitude. And we're getting this over and over and over and over and over again. When will they realize this is not the shit we want? These are not the movies we want. We don't want shit all over rehashes of something people used to really enjoy watching. How is that entertainment? How? You tell me. You tell me down in the comments section. You tell me how this is entertainment, because it's not. It's not. If you guys like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe and ring that bell, and I will catch you all on the next Pop Culture Therapy.